Acidonia 150 and this time I'm gonna do a quick reviews of every single game I've completed on the Switch this year. So, I technically haven't completed this one, so I'm kind of cheating to begin with, but this is Solar. This is the first game I ever played on the Switch. And see this back in cover? This is not in the European version. It's completely got removed. Thought to mention that. Yeah, this is a puzzle game, which is actually a remake of an early 90s arcade game by Jellico, which is a sequel to a game called Robland. It's like Bubble Bobble and really good. This game just came out of literally nowhere. It's fun though, not beating it though. The first real game I've completed for the system is Touhou Kabuto Burst Battle. And this game, it says it's inspired by Wartech Senko no Ron, which was the very first Xbox 360 game I ever played. Here's the thing, Wartech's a way better game than this. You think being a Touhou game, you know, these are well known for being insane bullet hell games with thousands of bullets. Also that screenshot's not in the game. Oh, this goofy picture on the back. They're the actual ones. The graphics are average looking. They're not the best, but they do the job. The plot's incredibly goofy. The final boss is kind of a joke. I mean, you can easily just beat it up in seconds if you just stand close to it sometimes. Other times it completely destroys, depends on what you're playing as. And the weirdest thing is there's no like art gallery or character ending menu in the game. It's kind of rushed. I wouldn't really recommend paying much for this game if you really want it. I mean, there's better versus shooting games like Wartech Senko no Ron than this out there, to be honest. Next one, right, this one's a nice simple one, I'm sure. Most people know what this one is. That's the plot. That's good. Yeah, it's the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth plus, yeah, that's what it's called. Right. Yeah, this is Afterbirth plus version of Binding of Isaac. I mean, I know technically you have to complete this game like hundreds of times. I've only done it like 3 or 4, but I class it as a beat because you do get an credits after beating it a second time. Yeah, and most people know this game. It's like Zelda, but really weird looking visuals, and it's randomised every time, so it's sometimes really easy, sometimes really hard, and it's a fun game to play. And you don't have much time. It takes like an hour to finish. But Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's a Puyo Puyo game and a Tetris game in one. A game I wanted to play, a game which got delayed quite a bit in the West because they couldn't release it because Ubisoft brought out this rubbishy version of Tetris, and the Tetris company is run by idiots. Of this silly, oh, you can only bring Tetris out on one system at once rubbish, and it's dumb. Yeah, this is a fun game. I beat the story mode, which surprisingly is all voice acted, which I was kind of surprised at. Yeah, fun game. I technically cheat in the story mode, but you can cheat, so it's not like I can use a cheat code or anything, because if you fail too much a level, you can skip it. So you can still actually watch the ridiculous story the game has. Yep, decent game. You want a best version of Tetris if you well, you can get on cartridge on the system anyway. You can't get any other version of Puyo Puyo yet, I don't think so. Next one. Gunvolt Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack. Now this is Azure Striker Gunvolt 1 and 2, 3DS games on a single cartridge. And this is now it runs at 60 frames per second instead of 30. I don't know if that really. And it covers all the DLC included. So it's basically a complete version of two I think originally eShop games. I'm pretty sure there's a 3DS version of this as well, this collection, but it's only US only, but this version you also get in Europe. I know my copy's American, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's like, what's the game like? It's like Mega Man. It's very similar to Mega Man. I actually got stuck on the final boss of the first game. I beat the second game, but I got a bad ending. Yeah, I don't know, the humour in this game is a bit weird to say the least. Also the dialogue is really inconsistent because in the first game they're having all these made up swear words, and then they're finally using real ones in the sequel. So what's that about? Yeah. Next one, Super Beat Ixonic. I don't know how you pronounce that. This is a music game. I'm pretty bad at this game. I did play all the levels, so that's why I'm counting it as a complete. I think I played all the levels. I don't know if I unlocked them all. I don't know if there's any weird unlock requirements, but yeah. It's a music game. lots of levels. I'm at 65, so it's got a fair amount of content. I'm just really bad at it on outside the easiest difficulty setting, like most music games setting. Anyway, this is one of these games on the Switch you can get fairly cheap. It's a bit cheaper this one used than some of the other ones I've mentioned, so it's available I think worldwide, so there you go. I would recommend if you're into music games. Alright, Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap. And this is a remake of a Master System game. Also was on the PC Engine called Dragon's Trap with different graphics. Yeah, it's confusing, but it also has the original version included on it. I like these screenshots of the back show the original. Yeah, this is one of these games like R-Type Dimensions where you can actually switch from the original Master System graphics or the brand new graphics at any time. Which is neat. You wonder if that's what the new graphics are like. That's what it's probably going to look like when you're playing it. And it came with a bunch of things. Oops. It came with an instruction book, a music CD. I like the cartridge, it's patterned like a Master System one. That's a nice little touch, isn't it? And it came with this. Oh, magnet. Not magnet, it's a keyring, isn't it? What am I talking about? Yeah, this is a fun game. It's not an incredibly long game, but it's faithful to the original. It's about as long as the original, but they have added a few bits to it, so it's not just a direct copy, which is new graphics. Anyway, decent game. Either way. Now this one's not going to be for everyone. This is Galgun 2, and this is I mean that sums it all. I mean, this is not a serious game. I mean, no game with a serious thing would have that written up. So yeah, you play as a person in a school with all the girls want you, and you have to repeatedly shoot them with a love gun, and then they disintegrate and make weird noises, and it's got an incredibly silly plot. I mean, this game is incredibly silly. I mean, the dialogue is just, it's got, the dialogue's at least funny. I mean, this game does not take itself seriously. It knows how stupid it is, so it's not for everyone, definitely though. But yeah. I like it more than the previous game, which was called Galgun Double Piece. They got rid of the 9 mini games for one thing. Right, so next with ARMS. I'm kind of annoyed with this game. Nintendo don't do anything with this game anymore. Probably one of the only 3D fighting games I've been any good at. And the weirdest thing about this game is, if you play it on, is that, and this is why I like calling it weird. It's harder against the computer than it is against actually online opponents. I mean, most games you think all the best players will be the people online. Not this game. No, the computer's ridiculously hard on the higher difficulty settings. Compared to a human being, it's just weird. On the plus side, there's no DLC for this game. Once you get it, you basically all the content you just automatically gets added through a download update, which is good. But then added on anything in the game for months. And it's still a full price game. I think they really should start knocking the price of it down, to be honest. But Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. And this is basically a part of the Wii U Hyrule Warriors with all the extra 3DS content added on the cartridge. It's not DLC, it's all included in the cartridge. You don't have to pay any extra. One thing I find really stupid about this game is that it's a total of 29 playable characters. Well, yeah, that's true, but you think, with that reasoning, you think all the characters will be unlocked from the start. No, they're not. You got to unlock them all like you do in the previous versions, including the DLC characters, which is just like, which is paid DLC. I mean, what sense does that make? I mean, well, I don't know why they designed it like that. Anyway, it's the best Dynasty Warriors game on the Switch. I mean, there's a lot of content in the game. If you get into it, there's a lot to do in that game. I mean, a real lot to do. The way I have to really explain this one, it's Mario Kart 8. I just beat all the tracks in it. That's about it. I mean, you can't really complete Mario Kart either way, can you? I mean, that's all you do in it, really. But it's Mario Kart 8. It's Mario Kart because it's good, right? Now this one I can say something about Pokken Tournament DX. Now to say this is the improved version of it, it's still rubbish, really. And the content in this game is terrible. I mean, there's no survival mode in the game. I mean, well, it's a fighting game, it does not include a survival mode. Then there's the absolutely rubbish single player story mode. It's like, you just go through tournaments fighting people, and then this guy shows up, just beats you up, and then you bump into a bunch of random people and talk to them. Yeah, and just I always thought it's funny in Germany because the name sounded rude in Germany, they renamed it. Pokemon Tekken. Yes, it's technically a Tekken game. It's just that the story is not very good. I mean, it's got boring character customization. Everyone looks literally the same in the game. I mean, they're all in the same pose, they're all in the same size. It's not like any other Pokemon game ever made since the very first one, but I don't know, this game has so much laziness in it. I mean, literally, you just spend the whole game fighting him. He's not the final boss though. No, after that you fight another tournament, and you know what the real final boss of the... I'm not even going to bother spoiling it. If you're bothered about spoilers, then this is not spoiler because the story's rubbish and it's not even worth mentioning anyway in this game. And you know what the real final boss game? It's just a Pikachu. Yeah, not Mewtwo. The thing, or a new legendary Pokemon. No, it's just Pikachu. Also, Mewtwo's never nowhere in the actual single player mode because of the stupid story rubbish. Oh yeah, and it's got DLC characters because even though it's supposed to be the complete version, and you're still missing. You have to chat. You still have the nerd to chat with the character. Yeah, it's not a terrible game gameplay wise, but it's not enough content in it by far. Alright, Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces. This is another game that's not got that much content either, really. Well, it's got plenty of content. The problem is, though, the levels are way too short. It's like, you can beat most of them in like 2 or 3 minutes. Just running through them. It almost feels like the story's complete nonsensical at times because it feels like essentially it's halfway through a story, but it's not a sequel to any of the previous game as such. So, and classic Sonic's just clearly just been shoehorned into this because he has no relevance to the story or anything. But you can make your own weird-looking Sonic character apart from an Echidna or a Fox. You can't make your own character like one of those for some illogical reason. It makes no sense, but why they did that, but whatever. Alright game, and get it cheap. Here's another game that's alright and get it cheap. Alright, Scribblenauts Showdown. This is on a regular Scribblenauts puzzle-like mode included, but it's mostly just a mini-game collection. I have one glaring problem with it, and it's an incredibly stupid one, and it's one that could easily have been fixed. The game forces certain control schemes and certain mini-games. So you have to have the controls detached to play certain mini-games. So the games that tell you this anyway, so when I first playing it, I was wondering why there was only about 10 mini-games, because you can only play 10 mini-games of the thing in handheld mode. The rest of them you have to have the controls detached. Why would you design a game like that on purpose? And the thing is, this is on other consoles. It doesn't have that problem in any other consoles, so they did that on purpose. Stupid design. Right, do we have to really explain this one? It's Super Mario Odyssey. If you've got a Switch, you've probably got this game, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it's probably the best platform in years. I mean, it's probably the Mario game in years. I mean, they actually put effort in once and just made some stupid lazy thing like they did for years on end. But Mario's really got into weird parts like the land saves. It took them that long to try to start putting it into the actual game. Right, Sonic Mania. Gotta admit, Furby's way more than Sonic Forces. It's probably about the same length, but there's way more levels in this game. The games look a lot nicer. The graphics are just better. There's no stupid story to cutscenes or nonsense like that. You just get on with the game and you play Sonic and run around. It's really fun. Well, it kind of buzzed me on the first Mega Drive cover. It calls it Evil Dr. Eggman. I mean, if it was mimicking a Mega Drive cover, it'd say Robotnik. Because no one in Europe called it that at the time. Sega. Yeah, this is a really good game. This is actually a relaxing game, which is not super difficult or hard. And that's Yoku's Island Express, and you can get it on other platforms. It's the same as everything. And it's a pinball game. It's a pinball game crossed with a Metroidvania. So, yeah, and it's an idea that should not work, but actually does work, and it's really good. I mean, it don't have wonky physics either, like some pinball games. If you hit the flipper at a certain thing, you always go to a specific spot, so yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah, this is actually a really good game, I'd recommend playing it. It's different, and there's not many other games like it, that's for sure. I can't think of any other Metroidvania pinball games. There's also like no boss fight. Well, these bosses in the game, but you can't actually technically die in the game. So anyone who complains about games too hard to get game over, I'm like, you can't die in this game. So it's a nice, relaxing game to play. And that. Yeah, and this one, Sushi Striker, Where the Sushido. This is one of Nintendo's published games, which is fairly cheap these days, which is weird, but actually it's a really good game as well. It's a versus puzzle game. Very simple rules. There's like a Pokemon-like idea to it where you can catch monsters and level them up. They have different abilities and you can equip a few of them at once to have different abilities for fights, for battles against people online or locally or single player. The single player mode is pretty long. You have to play like about 30 or 40 levels before you can even play online against people in this game, which is kind of weird. This game has bizarrely high production values as well. I mean, there's all these, all these animated cutscenes in the game. I mean, proper animated cutscenes, and they've basically been done twice. One for both characters. You just want to be a guy or a girl. Right. Don't change the gameplay, what you play as, but a lot to do in this game, and it's fairly cheap. I mean, I remember I got my copy for £15. It's one of the cheaper 3DS games, Switch games by Nintendo as well. It's actually a good fun versus puzzle game. It has a demo in the eShop, and that pretty much sums up the gameplay. So you like that, you like the full game because it's more of the same. Right, Kirby Star Allies. Now I could have put this earlier in the list, but there's a reason why I put it later in the list, because updates. This game got a lot of content updates, and the content updates added like, they basically added like about 12 plus extra playable characters from all the previous Kirby games in it, like boss characters and once you beat the game after all that, you get a super hard mode, where you get an extra like adventure mode which has its own collectibles, which has harder versions of the bosses. So you've got multiple ways to play this as well. Yeah, this game. Yeah, you can beat this game under an hour, but that's like most Kirby games, so that's not a surprise. But there's lots of different characters to play as, and you can play it multiple ways. I mean, you can have a team of 4 people at once, or you can just ignore them and just play on your own as any character in the game. It's kind of interesting. Good game. This one. This is Taiko Tatsujin Drum and Fun. This is a series that took forever to come out in Europe. And this is a music game. I'm much furthest over the other one. Very simple game. I mean, that screenshot sums up. That's all the buttons in it. Left and right button. And you can play it with motion controls. You can play it. See, there's multiple ways to play it. You can buy an expensive version that comes with a giant drum. Well, you don't need it. The game works perfectly fine without any of that. Yeah, this is a really good game. What is it? Yeah, hello. There's a cat, that. Yeah, this is a really good game, and it has a really sensible unlock system. It's got a mini-game like mode into it. A mini-game mode into it. And you just play that. And that unlocks all the extra characters in the game have different abilities. And then when it comes to songs, you just have to play the game. There's no difficult unlocks in this game whatsoever. You don't have to be good at the game to unlock anything, you just have to play it. Play it so many times to unlock everything. You don't get perfect scores. I did get a perfect score on all the lowest difficulty setting on every song in the game. Which is not actually that hard really, to be honest. This game is a bit tough on later difficulties, but yeah, great game. Some people might be a bit funny about it because all the songs are in Japanese, but if that don't bother you, go for it. Right. Near the end here. Right, Starlink Battle for Atlas. This game, now this is another Switch game you get really cheap, and if you're going to buy this game, get the Switch version. Simple reason. Star Fox content. It's not just because it's Star Fox, because there's actually extra content in this version. There's no exclusive content. All Star Fox is only in this version. The other version do not have that in it whatsoever. So you get less content. You also don't really need to buy any of the toys really to play through the entire story. You can literally go through it all pretty much flawlessly without buying anything. You just might not, but you just won't be able to unlock a few treasure chests with a few items in, but they're not needed. It helps having a few figures, more lives and power-ups, but I'm not sure if it's 100% needed, to be honest. You can probably do it easily without them, so if you don't, If you're that bothered about the toys, don't worry about it. They're not a big deal about the game. Technically, the toys that are included in the figure are already included on the cartridge version, so those two ships are in the game anyway. If you just bought the cartridge version, so you wouldn't even technically, you could buy the cartridge game and play it. And you'd have the same content as the regular version with the toys. And people thought, weird, I know, but it's true. I mean, it's not a bad game, it's kind of like Star Fox, you fly around and shoot things. It's an alright game. Well, it can get pretty challenging as well, actually. And last game, well, you should have saw this one coming from a mile away. Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, it's in machines, that's why there's no card in there. Yeah, it's Smash Bros. I'm sure everyone knows what Smash Bros. Is. Yep, it's Smash Bros. Do I really have to explain this one? Probably not. Everyone knows what that is. So that was my entire list of Switch games I bought in the first year of owning one. So thank you for watching.